Hey everyone, Aaron here. So, you know, I hope to God this comes off as a thing of enjoyment for you guys. I hope you really do find some semblance of enjoyment out of this. So, when I was doing my 300 subscribers special video, right? I put on Twitter what you guys and girls wanted, and a lot of you voted for three different things. One was, my live stream, which I did do, and it was very successful. And another thing that was also very highly voted for was me read a short story. Now, I have many short stories because, as maybe you don't know, I am a writer in my spare time. I'm an amateur writer. I don't have anything published or anything like that. I don't consider myself the greatest of great or anything like that. I just like writing and enjoy creating stories and stuff like that. And there were several stories that I felt were really cool that I've always wanted to get out there onto like some form of medium. I tried before Facebook, that didn't really pan out too well. I mean, I had a lot of people read it, but not a lot because per se I only have some people that actually saw it were the people in my family, friends, stuff like that, and a lot of them were harsh critics. So trust me, I would know what I was doing on that in terms of was it good, was it bad, and a lot of people did like it. A lot of people thought it was okay. Um, that was a long series, and I'll talk about that one day in my maybe one of my update videos. I'll talk about that story entirely. But this short story I made is one of probably dozens I've made over the course of my lifetime. This was actually 2 years ago I made this, and I've had several people in the course of those 2 years read it. I've had people read it when I first made it. I've had people read it recently, and I wanted to get this out there as a kind of midway point, I guess, to my 400 subscribers because honestly, since a lot of you did want me to do this, I figured, you know what? Why not kind of give you guys and girls this? Now, so what I will be doing is I will be reading this short story that I've created. So this disclaimer of sorts, by the way, folks, please do not reproduce, do not take this without my permission because I will seek, any means of stopping you and any means of seeking legal action. If, for example, you took it and try to make money off of it, I will do that because I have these things, copyrighted to a point. I do have them backed up and emailed to myself, so this way I know what date I had them and what date, they were sent to me originally and stuff like that. So I don't want any of you doing that. That's why I decided not to put text on screen because I didn't want anyone to easily copy what I'm about to talk about. And I just want you guys to enjoy this. So if you guys enjoy this, if this really gets a big thing, I'll do this occasionally once in a while. I might do it as like a 50 subscriber milestone or maybe 25 or something like that because I do have a lot of short stories that I can give you to let you read and stuff like that, and I'll read it out in my own voice and stuff like that. um, I will not lie to you. I will probably flub some words. I will probably do some, issues because I am reading my own text, which is kind of weird. It's something that reading someone else's text is pretty easy actually for the most part. Reading your own is a little bit harder because you also want to correct yourself, and then you also realize that I didn't edit things. I only edited to a small degree, so there might be still words and might be stuff that I have to fix midway through to make it make sense. Anyways, guys and girls, without further ado, let's do this story called "The Song of the Cursed Woman." Did you hear the story about the cursed woman? Cal asked me. What story? What cursed woman? I asked, looking at my notes before our test in 10 minutes. Mr. Walters, my teacher, told me that I was on thin ice due to my last test results being less than passing. Look, I'm telling you the story's legit, seriously. Cal shoved her face between my notebook. Now, instead of looking at a crudely drawn math diagram, I was looking at a girl who I had a crush on for a few years now. Fine, fine. Tell me the story. Won't be able to study anyways with your face pressed to mine like this. I smiled and she jumped back. Okay, here it goes. Cal clapped her hands together and took a deep breath. I didn't know if I was about to hear a story or if she was attempting to summon a mystical beast. Long ago in an ancient land. Wait. An ancient land? So we're not talking about the USA? Dang, Ralphie, don't interrupt me when I'm telling my story in a narrative tone. Cal punched me softly in my arm. Sorry. Couldn't help it. I promise I'll shut up. Good. Now then. Cal mimics her previous notions. Long ago in an ancient land there lived a man who was known throughout the world as a strong knight. Nothing could kill this man, neither dragon nor even some poisons. He was a knight capable of great feats in battle, had won millions of skirmishes throughout the land and for his kingdom. One day, however, the man sighed deeply. You see, as strong as he was, as well known as he was, and as many victories as he obtained in a small victory he could not obtain, courting a woman. The strong knight was lonely, and as the years went by, his chances of finding a soulmate dwindled. However, as fate would have it, the strong knight would end up one day meeting a woman. Yet this woman was no ordinary woman. Like the knight, she was known throughout the land for a different reason. It was said she was cursed. Her curse was said to be in a song. She, like the night, was lonely, and thus found solace in singing. She was said to have a beautiful voice capable of transcending time and space, capable of creating herself across the universe. However, her song also did have one other thing. It would kill any man that wasn't meant for her. These were claims that her house had a garden full of bones passing men who laid ears to her cursed tone. I don't care, the strong knight said to a traveler, warning him of the tale. I seek a companion. I am strong enough to endure any battle, any curse, and I could certainly beat her melody. The strong knight walked past the traveler and headed to the woman's home. When he reached her porch, he knocked several times on her door. Tap, tap, tap. Hello? A beautiful voice asked from behind the closed door. My lady, I am a strong knight, known all across the lands. I seek to meet you, the man said. Slowly the door to the helm opened, and when it was fully ajar, the woman's image was shown. She was indeed breathtaking. She had long silver hair, long legs, a beautiful body, and eyes as yellow as the sun. The story goes that the two fell in love instantly and actually got married only a month later. They spent years together having 2 children, a son and a daughter, yet the knight was only partially happy. Why are you troubled, my husband? Do you grow weary of me? The woman asked. No, no, of course not, my love. But I do wish one thing you'd do for me. The woman smiled. Anything, you name it. I want you to sing for me. The woman's smile turned sullen. I cannot, she said, holding herself tightly. Why? I know of the curse, but surely we must be destined for each other. We have 2 children. We fell in love at first sight. We've been together for years. The woman again looked at the knight. I will sing, but please do not hate me if you perish. The knight smiled. He was confident. If he could win everything, he would survive this tall tale. The woman took a deep breath, and... Class is starting, guys. Mr. Walters opened the door. Ah, damn, that was a good story, Cal. I actually liked it, I said, smiling. Tell me how it ends later, okay? Cal smiled and nodded. After the test, I walked out sadly. Did that bad, huh? Cal asked as skipping behind me. I think I failed. My folks will kill me. Goodbye, car. Goodbye, games. Goodbye, allowance. I sighed deeply. Relax. Look, I'll come over tonight and we can study. Cal smiled brightly. Come over as in come over to my place? My heart skipped. Yeah, and who knows? I can sing for you. Cal skipped away. Sing? I thought for a moment that seemed very odd. What did she mean by that? Hey, man! My buddy Richie came out from Walter's classroom. His grin he must mean he have passed with flying colors. Lucky guy to be blessed with math skills. Yo, Richie, I said sullen. I heard Cal wants to go over to your place. Does that think what I mean? Richie nudged me and smiled. You're a dirty old man. She said she wants to help me study. Well, maybe study for anatomy if you catch me. Nah, I don't think you. I would just say I just need to stare into those eyes of hers. She has beautiful eyes. Her yellow eyes are like the sun. I smiled, and we headed back to our homes, chatting about the usual stuff. Now, that's it for the folks. I do have a part 2 to this. I haven't read that over yet, so I forgot how I wrote that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really, when I was younger, I want to say I put my soul into this, but I don't want to say that either because it's something that I just wrote out of the whim like my old other works. So I can't say like I put my heart and soul into this story. I know I probably flubbed over a few words. I probably had some grammatical errors here and there. I was actually correcting myself as I went through it. And anyways, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you do enjoy it, please hit the like button. Please share this video. And I hope you have a great day, all right? Bye-bye, everyone.